Hey guys, welcome to my unboxing of the Aries Ethos FPV. So, I've been a huge fan of Aries. When I first started getting into flying, which wasn't that long ago, I'd say months ago, like 4 months ago. Long story short, I don't know why I never ever was into flying. I had an RC little stadium truck when I was a kid that went pretty quick, but I don't know. I never got into RC flying and never really thought about RC this or that. I guess maybe I had money to spend elsewhere, as do most people. Anyways, yeah, so my very first quadcopter was the Aries Ethos 130QX, and then I also got the, or is it QX 130? I can't remember which way that goes, but I also got the 75, the little brother to it, and I like the 130 much more than the 75, and it just seemed to be, well, obviously has much more power. It's a little more stable. The arms are composite or carbon or graphite or whatever they are, and it could just take a beating. I don't know. I even cracked one of the arms and it still flies just fine. So, man, I love the 130 a lot. If you're considering getting the 75 or the 130, just get the 130. Unless you're wanting to do a bunch of indoor flying, then definitely don't get the 130 because it's not an indoor, not great for small indoors at least. Yeah, so huge fan of Aries. I really want to get their little Pico QX and fly that thing around. I haven't tried to fly it yet, but it does look sweet and it would be cool to add to my collection. So here's the Ethos FPV, and I don't think I'll be getting the Ethos HD. I think you guys will forgive me if I don't add that to my collection, since they're practically the same thing, real quick, I'll just mention that the camera on the FPV versus the HD, the FPV can do only 30 FPS in 720p, whereas the HD has the option of 1080p 30 FPS or 720p 60 FPS. So, cool. Anyways, reason why I got this is gonna use it to I wanted a real cheap, quick, easy FPV, all-in-one package, nothing to worry about, not going to take this on long journeys, be out in heavy winds. It's going to be used to film our weather balloon launches. Someone suggested to throw an Arduino and a GPS unit on this, and then we're already going to have a GPS unit on the weather balloon, and we could possibly have an Arduino on that as well, and basically have this program to track it, stay a certain distance away and always follow it, and then we can hit a switch and take control, or maybe just have it programmed to come back to home. But it's not going to be used for much else than that. So, I mean, other than when it's not being used for that, it'll possibly be used for other fun things. But alright, let's get into this package. You can get that camcorder as an option. Looks like you can get the bubble machine as well, and the water blaster, and rocket launcher, and the winch with the basket. All right, here's the back. So it appears, looks very similar to the 130, and I'm seeing online around 11 minutes flight time is to be expected. While even recording video. The camera is powered with the onboard battery. From what I understand, the screen has its own battery though, so you gotta charge those separately. Yeah, don't forget to screw in your antenna, guys. Don't power it up without that. Blades are bigger. First impressions here. Kaboom! Looks like the transmitter was outside of the box. Well, it wasn't sitting in there perfectly. Anyways, yep, blades are bigger. Seem fairly stiff, not too stiff. Oh man, I wonder how much that body weighs. I wonder how much extra flight time we can get without that. The 2bfly.com guys, the two brothers, commented about the paint getting worn off from these, and it looks like their solution was to just not tighten them down as much. I don't know, the paint didn't get worn off. Here's the manual. It weighs 312 grams. I thought, cool, 312 grams with battery, which the battery is right here. Now, I don't technically know what a 350 brushed motor is. Well, I know what brushed is. I know what ball bearings are. I know what prop shaft is, but size 350. I'm still getting to learn the size of motors. I know a little bit more about brushless than I do brushed or coreless or whatnot. Transmitter looks very, very, very similar to the transmitter for the 130QX, and same button layout. And I don't know if this like goes for a lot of transmitters amongst the market, but it's like a mode 1-2 switch. But I'm also pretty sure if you hold down a button while powering it up, you can get also mode 3 and 4. I'm pretty sure you can get all 4 modes with these transmitters. I'll look into that more and let you guys know, which I don't know if anyone really cares. First, you just got to turn, I guess, to initialize, just like always, you turn the transmitter on first. Then, real quickly, within 5 seconds, it says, plug the battery in. Then throttle at its lowest position, of course, before you plug the battery in. Make sure that it's sitting on a solid level surface. And when the LEDs become solid, it's ready to fly. Looks like there's an auto flip mode. So it looks like the monitor works on a 3 to 5 volt, or 3.3 to 5 volts. So you might, I wonder what size of battery it's got in there to charge. 250 yards for FPV line of flight, or line of sight range for the FPV camera varies, but it's supposed to be about 250 yards. Cool, well let's get into it. Is everything tied down? Man, everything's tied down. Yeah, let's take a closer look at this guy. You know what? The body pops off rather easy. Let's go ahead and pop the body off, and we'll take a look underneath. Okay. Let's take a little closer look. Alright, well here's a little camera unit. Pretty tiny, pretty light. Can't exactly tell how it comes on and off here. Pops on and off. I have to take this whole dampener setup off in order to take the camera off or something. I like it. It's got the carbon arms, got the same setup where they just kind of shove in and they can kind of pop out, I guess, if no, they actually have screws in them in this one. Hold them into place solid. Either way, I like the like it. I like the setup. Should be able to fly pretty well. Landing gear is a decent height. Seems a decent build quality. Let's go ahead and throw this on. Do you guys want to find out how much this weighs? I mean, the entire thing weighs a decent bit more than the canopy, so can't imagine losing the canopy. Saves you a whole lot. But it might allow you to fly slightly faster. Usually have LEDs, but yep, they definitely have LEDs on here. Red for the back, and it's either going to be white or Probably white for the front. It's probably sticking with the normal theme with the 130. Let's see, what do we got in this box? Charger for the battery. Alright, let's take a look at the screen. Alright, here it is. Looks like this arm on the bottom can pivot. Charge port, on, off. Whoa! Jesus! Didn't realize those guys were on springs, and then this guy was a little hard to open, and it bit me. Yeah, I'd say about 2.5 by 4.5. 4.25, I mean. 2.25 by 4.25. Just pops right in there. Curious. Does it just come right out? Yep. Oh, I see. It's just a little... Well, I wonder how long that's going to last before that breaks. Screen only goes back to about there. So not bad. I'm taller, so the screen itself, my arms are longer, further away from my face. So I'm going to have to angle the transmitter like this in order to see, or hold it, regardless, just a lot higher. Well, transmitter quality feels okay. I mean, it's kind of the same as the 130, so it's not great. But it's going to do the trick. I mean, and that's not bad. Some people hate the grinding here, the clicking. I don't mind it because it is confirmation for me to know how much throttle I've changed. Might have enough charge in it to test it out. We'll see. One thing I forgot to check that I'll show you now is the camera's slightly adjustable. Let's see, that's angled full down, I believe. Full up is actually slightly more than horizontal, just ever so slightly. It's not super bright back here, so if you're thinking the screen's really dim, you're probably correct. Shine it around a little bit. Quality actually looks decent. Alright, cool. Anyways, let's start recording. Press A to start recording. You press A again to stop recording. Press C to take a picture. It's not great that it, blinks the screen while it takes the picture, but, so be it. So, back to the video. Let's see if it'll take a picture, see if it'll take a picture while it's recording. Looks like it stops recording to take a picture, then you gotta start recording again. Not too bad showing up on another screen. Ooh. I'm holding them kind of perpendicular to each other. These straight antennas, I don't think they get the best reception when they're perpendicular to each other. But I'm flipping it all sorts of directions, and I know we're really close, so reception should be good. Alright, I think that's everything, guys. I unboxed everything. I gave you a quick demo of the video. The only thing left is to fly and test it and give you a nice maiden flight video and whatnot. So have a good night, guys, or day, or morning, or whatever time of day it happens to be, and enjoy whatever you're doing. Thanks for watching my unboxing video, and please subscribe, like, dislike, leave comments down below, and come back for more. Thanks.